Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell, I am starting a declutter series. I am not entirely sure whether I'm going to declutter every category in my collection. I'm starting with the base products. I'll see as I go along. I know that I want to get rid of some eyeshadows. There's definitely a few things in here that I'm not using. So the main reason for the declutter is to make sure that I'm left with things that I actually am using and I am enjoying using. It is not to half my collection. It is not to get rid of a lot. I just want to use to everything that I have to use with purpose, and I want to enjoy it. There might be a few things that I'm going to move into a project pan as well. So I have my base products here, and I'm going to start with the foundations on this side. So let me move everything out the way. So I have 9 foundation, and this is actually a concealer, but I use it as a mixer for foundations. So I'm not entirely counting this as a foundation, but it stays in my foundation drawer. And I will start with this one. So this is the old version of this foundation. And yeah, it's been quite old. I mainly kept it because I wanted to do a comparison with this one. I have a recent video, doing an in-depth review of the new Flawless Match foundation from Avon. It is almost finished. The thing is, I do enjoy the packaging a lot better on the old foundation than the new one. So what I think I'm going to do is try to clean this one, sanitize it, and then decant this into the glass bottle. So that's gonna go. These are two foundations which I really enjoy. The e.l.f. Satin Finish Foundation. Again, quite a little bit left. Yeah, it's really nice, and it's also self-setting, which is nice. So I'm keeping that one, and I'm also keeping this one from Profusion. I really enjoyed this one as well, the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I also have a video on this one. Okay, this one from Rimmel, the Kind and Free. So first of all, the shade is not great, and seems like there's some oxidization or separation or something. So I just don't feel confident putting it on my skin. So I'm going to declutter this one. This Glow On Tinted Moisturizer from Body Collection England. This one, I don't know. I have to use a very light layer, which means that the moisturizing bit of it is completely useless. Because otherwise, again, it's a little bit too warm toned for me. So I think I'm going to let go of this one. Pharmaceutical CC cream, it's actually really nice now in the summer when it's a little bit warmer. It feels like absolutely nothing on the skin, but it just evens out the skin tone so nicely, and it matches me quite well now in the summer. And if I want to use it in the winter, then that's when this comes in handy, because it's very light, and combination between these two makes the perfect tone for me in the winter. So that's staying. And I have the serum foundation from Avon that's staying. This is actually on YouTube that I've just started. And then this one from Kiko. This is a powder foundation. And honestly, I have tried so hard with this one. It just doesn't suit my skin. It doesn't sit right. It separates. So that's going to go. And I think it's the powder foundation, basically, that's the issue. So I'm getting rid of 4. And I am keeping 5. That's about half, isn't it? So just as I finished filming, I wanted to do my makeup and I chose this one. And I've just noticed it has such a weird smell to it. So I think it's expired and I think I need to get rid of it as well. It only has a 6 months validity though. So yeah, it makes sense that I make them smaller because I think these are 20 mils Yeah, these are 20 ml bottles. So yeah, it makes sense to make them smaller if they only have a 6 months validity. So yeah, that's another one to add to the declutter pile, unfortunately. So next I have concealers. So I am not entirely sure what happened here. I bought a lot of concealer. Oh, this is a corrector as well. I have 13 plus the corrector. So I'm going to keep the corrector. Okay. Rimmel kind of free concealer. I do enjoy the shade of this. Shall I give you some swatches of concealer? Because that can be quite useful. So this is a nice brightening shade. However, it's very creasing. It's very hydrating as well, but it creases so much even if I set it. So I will declutter this one. Then the Avon's Flawless Match Concealer. This is in shade 12N. This is this was also included in that video where I've done that foundation review. This one is staying. I'm really enjoying that one. And this is the other one in shade 21N, which I'm also enjoying, so it's staying. A Photo Focus concealer from Wet n Wild. This one used to be my favorite for a very long time. It's a thicker formula, so it does have a little bit more coverage. And yeah, it will be staying. So that's the swatch there. MEA Cosmetics Pro Base Full Coverage Concealer. This is in shade 130, I think. I will declutter that one because the shade is a little bit... The shade is just a little bit too warm for me, and I have plenty of concealers that match me. I do have something to mix it with, but I prefer... I mean, it's no need if I've got concealers that match me, so I am going to declutter that one. The under eye brightening illuminator from Avon, they have discontinued this one. I do like it. It gets a little bit messy. It's a brightening illuminator, so it's not exactly a concealer. It doesn't have the same coverage, but it really works to brighten the under eye area. And I will actually move this one into a project pan. This one from Essence, the Stay All Day 14-hour concealer. This is one of my favorites currently. I think it feels very hydrating, very emollient. When set with a powder, it lasts really well and no creasing. So yeah, keeping that one. The Body Collection concealer, Body Collection England concealer. Right, this is Shade Fair. They don't do a lot of shades in these ones. It's a very budget friendly brand. But it's another one that I actually enjoy. Not super full, like not even medium coverage, I would say, but it's really nice for just quick makeup when I just do concealer and powder. So yeah, and blends really nicely. So that's staying. The MEA Pro Base Concealer in shade 104. So this one I am going to keep because I really enjoy. Okay, this one, the Rose Ink Concealer. So I have found a way. I've put it on my socials. Actually, I have found a way to lighten this one, and it's with a color corrector. Not with this. It works with this, but not as well as with the color corrector. So let me give you a swatch. Like even on the tan side of my hand, you will see. Oh, and also it gets super messy. And the doe foot applicator gets a little bit too much product. So even on the tan side, you can see it's still too warm for me. It's just, it doesn't work at all. Very full coverage as well. So it's very hard to work with when the shade doesn't match. But you know what? I think I'm going to have to take the L. Is that what the saying is? Just trying to be cool now. Just take the loss basically and declutter this one. I'll see if maybe I can manage to sell it or something. Then I have this Pro Base concealer. This is almost a white shade. Just got concealer everywhere now. Which I think I will keep around because I think it will be useful for different things. This Wow London one, this is the Everything £5 beauty range anti-aging concealer. So I think this one will work better for somebody with younger under eyes. Why it's anti-aging is because of this applicator. It feels very cooling on the skin. But it dispenses quite a bit of product, so I find that I still have to go back my hand. The color itself is fine, feels brightening. This feels quite hydrating on the under eyes, but it separates like crazy. So that one is going to go. And lastly, I have this one from Collection, the Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer and Eyeshadow Primer. I think I need to use this one more. I don't really like it as a concealer. It's just quite drying for me. More matte formula. But because it's very sticky, so because of that, it actually works very well as a primer. So I'm mainly keeping it to use it as an eye primer. Yeah, so that's staying for now. So I'm getting rid of 4 concealers. I've got 1 to go in the project pan. And then I've got 8 to stay in my collection, which is still quite a lot, but one of them is a white one, so kind of like a mixer. Then these ones don't have that much in them, so hopefully I'll finish them quick. This one is about halfway done, so yeah, hopefully I'll not have as many by the end of the year. Okay, and since I have this here, I'm going to do powders next. Okay, so I have this powder from Body Collection England, which is pretty basic powder. So I think I might put this into a project pan just to finish it. This is a powder foundation from L'Oreal, the True Match Super Blendable Perfecting Powder with hyaluronic acid, which I absolutely adore. You can apply a little bit more if you use the sponge, or you can just apply it as an extra layer on the skin as regular powder, and it smooths out the skin. It just mattifies, and yeah, it's really, really nice. That's staying. This one I am really enjoying. Again, one that's very smoothing, and obviously mattifying. It is so nice. It just even feels in the pan just how smooth it is. So nice. I highly recommend this one. The primed and ready setting powder. So that's staying. A powder foundation from Distillery is an old makeup range from Avon. I think it's time for this one to go. The shade is a little bit different to the other ones. It looks alright over my tanned skin, but yeah, it's been here for quite a while and it's time for it to go. And then this one is a little bit newer from Makeup Academy, the translucent pressed powder. It is not as nice as the collection one. I would say this is more like the Body Collection England one. But yeah, it's very new and it's not a lot in it, so I'm sure I'll get through it quite quick. So I am decluttering 1 powder and keeping 4 out of each one is going into the project pan. So 3 in my collection, 1 in the project pan. Okay, and now I have primers. So I have this one from Barium, the Unicorn Primer Drops Beauty Elixir, which I quite enjoy. It feels a little bit hydrating on the skin. It has those shimmer particles through it. It's nice to use and enjoyable to use, so I'm keeping that one. Right, then I've got This one from Avon is really old, so I think I will get rid of this one. This is a smoothing primer and does pretty much what this one from Smashbox does. To be fair, I'm not a big user of primers, so a small size like this is ideal for me. So yeah, the Smashbox one is staying. Obviously had this one for a while as well, but I've only opened it like 3 months ago. And this one is going. This RMS Beauty one is a little bit hydrating, a little bit smoothing, a little bit of everything if you want, but it's okay. Um, I think I will keep it for now because it's quite new and it's a small size. Right, and then I've got these two from Jacka Black. One is a hydrating one is a glowy one. I'm going to declutter the hydrating one. I don't really need hydrating primers. My skin type is combination to oily, so yeah, I don't really need hydrating primers. Right, I need to swatch these. So that's the Jacka Black one. And then we have the MAC Strobe Cream. This is shade Pink Light. I've had this one way longer than the Jacka Black one. I think I might have to get rid of the MAC one because it's smelling a little bit too alcohol-y. And keep the Jacka Black. Yeah. Unfortunately, that one's got to go. I think it's expired now. And then keep that one as a glowy primer. So I have started with 7 primers. I'm getting rid of 3, keeping 4, out of which 2 are quite small. So I am really happy with that. So this is everything I'm decluttering. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Next I might do face products like bronzers, blushes, stuff like that. The blushes are going to be a big one because I've been on a blush kick lately. So I hope you stay tuned for that. If you want to check out my other videos, then I'm hoping you'll do that as well. I'm hoping you'll subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.